transformational coach, Zelda Hayes, founder of the Powerful Woman Productions. The reason I brought this awesome group with me is because I hate to hear people say they empower, but ain't do anything else for the community that really works. So I wanted to make sure that these women and this man had a chance to show what they do before the snakes in the grass try to take these women and tell them they're not worth anything. Y'all with me? Y'all know we gotta help our young daughters. Most of us in here are an example of some pain and some pressure that we have not let go. So, to start, the hardest part has always been to tell people who I am. Because you don't want to sound too cocky, but you don't want to take away your value. So I'll make it brief, and then I'm going to share with you the 7 steps to the perfect life and successful alignment. Understand that success is on you personally. The perfect life, when you hear people say there's no such thing, it's up to you to define what's perfect. So I'm going to just briefly go through. I've been doing this for 27 years. I just turned 50. Woo! I've been on 40 radio interviews across the U.S. I'm an author of 4 books. My latest book, Before the Power, I was giving it away to people. I wrote the book because people asked me about my personal life. All of my other books, they empower, but no one knew who Zelda Hayes was. And DR.ZELDA Hayes just became official a few days ago, Doctor of Metaphysics, when my paper was approved in '83. The title was Life, Your Created Reality. So while I was giving these books away, I wasn't making any money because I was, success, like I said, is personally defined. For me, success was hearing a woman call me and telling me she was going to die until she read my book. I never in my wildest dreams thought that Before the Power would go the way it is now. And I'm going to share that experience really quick before I go into the lesson. So I'm sitting down and I get a lot of phone calls from people wanting to do, coaching and transformation coaching. And I get a phone call, and like I said, because I give the books away, I wasn't making any money. So I know I'm not by myself. When you get that call number and you don't know who it is, you're like, dang, which bill collector is that? But you're gonna answer it, let me get it over with. So I pick up the phone and she sounded real professional. She was like, hi, is this Zelda Hayes? I'm like, damn, yep, it's the bill collector. Yes, this is her, how can I help you? She said, oh my God. I said, okay. She said, your book was supposed to be the last book I read. I said, okay. She said, I was sitting here and when I got to the last page, I realized if you can do this, I can do it. But she said, how the hell do you get out of bed in the morning? I didn't know how to take that. I said, well, let's go back for a second. You said the last book that you were supposed to read. She said, well, yeah, I'm sitting here with some soup and I put some rubbing alcohol in it because I was tired of life and I was getting ready to do myself in. And I decided this would be the last good read of my life. So when somebody tells me that they were 5 seconds or 10 seconds away from taking their life out, it makes me pay attention. So she says, I want to be like you. You're a strong black woman. No. I said, honey, be careful what you ask for. I am not a strong black woman. She said, well, who is Zelda Hayes? I said, Zelda Hayes is the 14-year-old girl whose mom abandoned her to the streets of New York because she couldn't handle her own demons. Zelda Hayes was the 16-year-old who got raped twice at gunpoint while in those streets of New York by bad choices and fear. Zelda Hayes is a woman who married young and ended up in a domestic violent relationship that turned into a two-way street. And in case you don't know what that means, it means when you start hitting first because you know it's getting ready to come. Am I by myself? Somebody knows somebody who knows somebody that been there. Zelda Hayes is the woman who, when she could not take it anymore, put a bullet into her .38 caliber, cursed the God that created her, put that gun to her head, and pulled the bullet. The bullet wouldn't leave the chamber. But Zelda Hayes has always been a determined individual. So I cursed God some more times. I learned the hard way that's not something you do, but I cursed God the hard way. And I said, you're not giving me a purpose. Why the hell do I need to stay here? I checked the barrel because I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to do this again because I'm going to take out. So I put the gun to my head one more time. I said, if you're not going to give me a purpose, I'm going to have one of my own. I don't need to be here. Mind you, my kids, I sent them away because I couldn't take care of them no way. And I pulled that trigger. Nothing. I threw the gun to the wall, got my clothes on, got to the door because the bell rang, and I'm like, who is this? The woman, I opened up the door. There's a woman who I had spoken to months ago. She said, Zelda, I'm so glad you were here. Bruises still fresh on her face. She said, you told me when I'm ready to leave and for a life of change, you would help me. She had 2 children on the side of her. So if that bullet would have made through the chamber. This woman's a lawyer now in New York. So I know what my purpose is. Right! If you're not sure of what your purpose is, look at your circumstances. If you're not sure of what your purpose is, look at the people who rely on you and find out what they're relying on you for. You will find your purpose. So let's get into the lesson. 7 steps to the perfect life and successful alignment. Step 1, spiritual grounding. I don't care what religion you are in. You must understand that you are a spiritual force in a physical body and that there is something greater than you that's in control. If you don't understand that and you keep trying to do things on a physical level, you will never achieve what you're trying to achieve. You must understand and give acknowledgement to that which is greater than you. I'm going to take my glasses off because I don't like to see folks. This way I won't pay attention to vanity and I can just do what I need to do. Hey, I'm getting ready to go amen. Watch out, I almost went to church. Second step. You got to have a desire. You know, when you don't know what you want, you're not going to get it. And most people say, well, I know what I want. I want to do this, but then I think I want to do that. You know, scripturally it says, such as a man thinketh, so is he. So you have to see yourself, whatever it is that you desire, and start from the back to the front. But if you don't know what you want, having that grounding means absolutely nothing. So step 1 is spiritual grounding. Step 2 is knowing exactly what you want, having the desire. Step 3, which is a kicker because most people say it. Step 3 is faith. A lot of people say, I got faith. I know I'm going to do this and da-da-da. And then when something goes wrong, they blame it on God. They say, well, if God wanted it for me, it was going to be for me. God ain't had nothing to do with that. God gave you something to do and you got scared and you backed up. You got to know in your heart of hearts that whatever it is that you're seeking, you are worthy. Society has got us in a situation to where we think we're bad because we did certain things, so we don't own, we're not entitled to it. We are entitled to be the head in all situations. That's the beginning of a perfect life. Understanding that you deserve that perfect life. Step number 4. Preparation. This part is funny to me, and so don't take it wrong because I'm going to make a joke out of it. So we have the seminar, and it's an empowerment seminar. How many people got a pen and paper? Raise your hand. All right, half y'all on board. Because the 4th step is preparation. So many people go to an event and won't have paper and pen, but you don't know what you're getting ready to hear is valuable. So preparation is not only pen and paper, it's not only business cards, it's being aware and being in sync, knowing, okay, well, if you like to do hair, you don't go get a job at the fish house. If you like to cook, you don't work at Walmart in the stock department. You gotta have faith, because some people will say, well, I need my money, so I gotta get a job where I gotta get a job. But that's not true, because what you're doing is you're telling the creator he's a liar. Because you're gonna work in the Wendy's or Burger King or some office because it pays $40,000, $50,000 a year, but your passion and your purpose were servants. So you miss it. 5th step, which is a big one, alignment. You cannot hang out everywhere with everybody. If you are trying to be 6 figures and you're trying to be successful in whatever realm that you're choosing, you have got to change your circle of friends. You do not owe them loyalty to stay with them because you knew them since high school. You do not owe them loyalty because they used to loan you money. They may still loan you money, so you want to go with them. You have to align yourself. Years ago, I was doing this Organo Gold company, and it was coffee. I sent a box of coffee to the White House. A box of black, a box of latte with my business cards and a little letter. I said, the worst is going to happen, they're going to laugh, and they're going to pay me no mind. Sure enough, I got a letter back signed Michelle Obama. Thank you for helping out your community, because you know Organo Gold is supposed to be a weight loss and all that, whatever. You know, she bought a box, she bought a case, which was a nice $500 commission. So you got to still align yourself, but that opened up so many doors. My name became, I'm going to make an assumption that my name started going around there, because last year when they had the Women's United State of Women Someone nominated me, don't know which client, no one stepped up yet, nominated me, so I'm the nominated winner of the 2016 United States of Women, where you sat up there, you listened to Oprah and First Lady Michelle Obama speak. It was powerful. The next step, where a lot of people fall off, because you can have that spiritual grounding. You can have that desire because you know exactly what it is that you want. You can have that faith because you know that you deserve it, and you've prepared yourself to everything that you can do, and now you're relying in perfectness. Now you need courage. Courage means sometimes you got to make yourself look a fool. Like, I knew I was coming to this event, so I sent an email to Brandy and Vivica like, let's do drinks afterwards. They probably was like, what? We don't know you. But I did it. You know, courage is, oh, I hear Shawnee O'Neal and Tammy Roman's gonna be at Houston, and so I'm gonna go. And when I got up there, I'm gonna sit in the first seat, and I'm gonna get up when it's time for Q&A, and I'm gonna ask a question. Little did I know, setting up that alignment. Well, I said, my business is successful, but what the hell do I need to do to get to that chair? Shawnee O'Neal gets up and she goes, we come sit in the chair. Everybody, you know how we women, we emotional. Everybody starts crying. I'm like, oh, I'm crying. Tammy Roman being Tammy Roman, she took that mic and she said, let me tell you something, this chair ain't shit. Stuff. You don't say it like that. But it's the alignment that you prepare yourself for. You gotta have the courage to step out and do something that you would never ever do. Standing on this stage was something I dreamt of in 2008. The closer we got to this, the nervous I got, the broker I was. I got up on the stage seconds ago, my throat dry. I might look confident, but I don't have time to be afraid. Because I had my spiritual grounding, because I had my desire, because I had my faith, because I had my preparation, because I had my alignment, because now I gotta have my courage. And it doesn't stop here, because the final step is consistency. You've got to be consistent. You're gonna fall, you're gonna grow. You never fail. There's no such thing as fail. You're gonna fall, you're gonna grow. So recap. 7 steps. Perfect life is what you call perfect. Get out of the dogma of what society says we're supposed to. They say, I wear white all year round. That's my color. Quite a few people are like, you're the real life Olivia Pope, and I am. Know your value. Don't be afraid to stand in it. And they say, well, you can't wear it after Labor Day. Yes, I can. And yes, I will. It's on sale, and I've got it. I'm going to wear it. So let's just recap, because I'm pretty sure my time is almost up. 7 steps to the perfect life. First, step 1, spiritual grounding. Understand that you are a spiritual force in a physical body, and there is something greater than you that is in control. Step 2, have the desire, know exactly what you want verbatim. Don't be afraid, don't be ashamed. Step 3, have the faith and understand that you know you're going to have it, you're worth having it, and it's already done. Step 5 is preparation. Be prepared. Step 6, alignment. Step 7, courage. Have courage. Turn off the television, turn off the cell phone, focus, and do something everybody said you would never, ever do. And to make it even fuller, don't stop. Stay consistent. I'm Zelda Hayes. I am the author of Before the Power. I am Doctor of Metaphysics. I have a new system, a new philosophy that's been considered real, so to speak, and it's the mental leveraging system. Come over to booth 644, and we're giving a free webinar online June 10th. The next class starts June 11th, and today we have a sale, because online the class is $99. If you sign up today, the class is 50% off as my gift to you for showing up and showing out and showing the world you are the ultimate woman. Thank you.